No, no. Robin Hood here. The legacy continues to grow. Another sensational performance by the algorithm. A beautiful evening of chiching bibbling made. A beautiful evening of Champions League football where a lot of our questions were answered. We were not faultless, for we made one mistake. One team let me down. Oh, the irony. The same team I get accused of having an agenda against. But it turns out, one way or another, Robin Hood always finds a way to win. That performance yesterday, we'll begin immediately with that. That performance yesterday was an absolute disgrace from Liverpool. The problems are even deeper than even I envisioned and assumed. It's a complete disaster, class. The amount of money spent in the wrong areas now, that is undeniable. Just like I tried to warn Liverpool fans, yet they disagreed, yet they told me I have an agenda. I'm just a humble football expert. That's all. Just that says it exactly like it is. The performance was so bad, it's alarming where to even begin. I mean, Galatasaray, let's begin with that. It's a tough stadium to go to, make no mistake about it. And I give full credit to the players because they played with a certain aggression and relentlessness. They pressed, they fought for every single ball. But ask any Galatasaray fan, sensible Galatasaray fan before this game, they would have told you we're going to lose. We're not playing that well. Okan Buruk, the fact of the matter is when it comes to European matches, has been a complete disaster. Okay? Exit last year in the Europa League when they shouldn't have. And in the Champions League, the first game, they just got battered by Frankfurt, by the way. The same Frankfurt that Atleti hit 5 past. So, just to put it into perspective, this is not some kind of super team. And Osimhen, that was his first start in some time. He wasn't even fully fit. Every single player that was on the pitch yesterday basically was a disaster. But just looking at that lineup immediately tells you the issues. They spent 40 million or whatever on Trent's replacement, and they don't even trust him to play right back. Go look back at what I said and the warning signs that I told you. This guy is so bad as a right back that Slot was willing to play a midfielder, an attacking midfielder, as a right back ahead of him and chucked him on the wing. I wasn't against dropping Salah, mind you, but that's what we're reaching. Konate, disaster. But oh well, I mean, I guess you can play Leone instead. Oh wait, I guess you can play Guay instead. Oh wait. Kerkes. Them two fullbacks. Madre mia. Soboslai, you can make the excuse he's not a right back. He's not a great footballer, I'll tell you that much. Yet you told me I have an agenda. Shit show. Disaster. This fat game that came off the bench. My god, my god, my god. I've tried to tell you he's overrated. He's so bad. He's so slow. Oh my god. Just a pure long shot merchant. And those long shots have fooled people into thinking he's some kind of top class midfielder. Give it a rest. Verse, I can't defend you anymore. Isaac comes on again, had one good touch, that's it. But when all these players are playing bad, when you put that many flops, you have to look at the manager. It comes a point where you have to look at him. And I told you, all he is pure luck. It is not, say it with me, sustainable. And it turns out it wasn't. Because at the end of the day, to set your team up to play that way in every single game, pass, nothing happens. And he's now been exposed for the fraud that he is. Because last season, I told you last season, the only reason they won was because of the PGMOL referees and because Salah Had an out of this world season, and by out of this world I mean everything that he touched basically turned into gold, because it was crazy what we were seeing. Now he's been given 400 million. He's been given all these players, and he looks absolutely clueless. He doesn't have any clue how to set them up. The only thing he's good at is making some adjustments during the game and hope somehow they get the result. And they sure as shit tried, didn't they, with that penalty? They're saying the PGMOL, eh? No. I fear. And of course, thank you, Liverpool. You cost me 1k. Appreciate it. Everything else hit. Appreciate it. Thank you. Imagine my shock. Early on, we seen the Real Madrid game, and people will say it's only Kairat, but it went exactly like I told you, basically. If you're not going to get the respect from Real Madrid going forward, if you're not going to cause them problems, they'll shut you off. Huijsen, absolutely fantastic. One bad game and people trash him and whatnot. Come on, let's show a little bit of respect. Arda Güler, wow, yesterday. Those half-turn drops, wow. And the connection between him and Mbappe, I've told you, is developing. It is reaching Ozil Ronaldo levels. And speaking about Mbappe, you should have had 5. Maybe that's the reason why he won't quite reach CR7 levels, because there's no way CR7 would have missed a couple of the chances he missed yesterday. But speaking of CR7, those 17 goals in a season. Oh. That's 5 in 2 games. Some of his touches yesterday were crazy. I still maintain he's better out wide, but obviously he has to play down the middle. There was, however, one issue as always with Real Madrid. Well, the same one. Well, 2. Let's see. Because Valverde didn't play in midfield and they looked better, just like I told you. But the one issue remained. Vinicius. The fact of the matter is Rodrigo came on minute 70, and in 20 minutes he done more than what Vinicius has done all season long. Am I lying? Please, Xabi, Rodrigo, Güler, Mastantuono, Mbappe. That's all I ask. We had the Atalanta, we got the correct spoiler on that one. Atleti, I knew they were going to blitz. I mean, they've reached 14 goals, 13 goals in the last 3 games, 10 in the last 2. They've clicked now. They've well and truly clicked. They have Arsenal away next. That'll be mega interesting. But of course, Julian, Alvarez, I mean, so many number 9s are having unbelievable seasons. As always, Simeone showing his greatness. Eventually, he figured it out. Watch out for Atleti. Spurs, I told you they won't win, and they got mega lucky yesterday, because there is no way they deserve the point from that game. Bodo, you have to take the chances. I said Bodo will win. I told you Bodo double chance. We got that one, but it really should have been a Bodo Glimt win, and it was. Points dropped. Make no mistake about it. The missed penalty, the missed chances. Spurs got extremely lucky. I see Thomas Frank coming under criticism, deservedly so to some degree. But at the same time, I think he's a bit limited with what he can do as well. I think the number 9 is a huge problem for them. And he's definitely got that character in that Spurs team. So he's done a good job in that regard. But the move has to flow much better. But they're missing a striker and they're missing a winger. Brennan Johnson, this guy is not a footballer. I've told you already, I don't care about the tap-ins. He is shocking. Next up, we had the Chelsea-Benfica game, where I said Benfica will win. I said Benfica double chance. I said also Benfica plus 1.5 if you want to be safe. That one came true. Listen. If you watch this game, you know Benfica were the better team. Chelsea, they were not going to score unless this cretin done what he done. Chelsea's attack, big problems. Evil Saka, I fear for him because he's not a number 9. Garnacho is absolute trash. People will claim, but he put the ball in for Rios to score the own goal. Stop, please. Benfica had a few chances. They should have been a bit better. But the fact of the matter is Chelsea controlled the game. But controlled without really creating anything. And I don't know where the goal would have come from if it wasn't for that mistake. But massive shout out as always to Moise Caicedo. This guy is sensational. He was everywhere yet again. And like Jose said, he made a good point. When Gusto was tiring, when Gusto was struggling, in comes Reece James. That's the difference. That's the huge advantage these type of teams have. And then of course, my Inter, similar to Atleti. We've started bad, but we're really starting to settle. Slavia, obviously it's a game we're expected to win, but they've caused us problems in the past. And yesterday, it was smooth sailing. And more importantly, the top players are starting to perform. Lauti, 2 goals. Çalhanoğlu, incredible. Marcus Thuram, looking very sharp. Bastoni with the assist. Dumfries with the goal. I'm glad. I'm very proud of what of the turnaround, because I was very worried initially. Obviously, with Kifu, there's a lot of uncertainties, but he's doing things better than Inzaghi. His substitutions, the players themselves have come out and said, "Well, we feel more at ease. You know, it's not like we're about to feel like we're going to get subbed off after getting a yellow card, that kind of stuff." Watch out, we're settling. But of course, there's still a lot of unknowns left. But there's no doubt about it. You look at that bench, much stronger than what we had last season. But Arnautovic and Correa to Boni and Esposito, it's night and day. Marseille, I told you, Ajax at the moment, Heitinga has to go. He's a complete and utter disaster class. And last but not least, of course, a show from Bayern. They're the best team in the world on paper at the moment in terms of, they're scoring four goals a game. The most informed team, let's put it that way, because I think the best is Barcelona. And what do you say? Kane, Alvarez, Lauti, Haaland, Mbappe. It's, people say football has fallen off. Let's relax that a little bit, yeah, because the form all of those strikers are in, it's a joy to watch every single one of them play football and cherish that. And Oli say though, this guy is Kane gets the plaudits, but this guy is a special player. I said that he's better than Saka. I got attacked for it. His creativity on the ball is mesmerizing to watch. He always will make something happen. And massive shout out as well. Leimer in good form, really good form. So Jackson as well gets his first goal for Bayern. Opposition level is low, of course, but he gives them something different, Like they can allow to play Kane a bit behind Jackson, them to can interchange. So keep an eye. Company is cooking on high heat. Let's attack, of course, these upcoming games. As always, we'll be live early on Union Saint-Gilloise, Newcastle, and then the big game this evening, Barcelona PSG. I'll catch you in the evening on the streams. As always, Chiching Bibbling. Phoenix, out.